Hello, I'm Marcus Boston. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a question that I got from an individual in PG County, and the question is, Prince George's County. The question dealt with, well, my baby has a brain injury. How do I know whether malpractice occurred? Is this something that is different for PG County or Montgomery County, or how does Maryland look at these types of issues? And so this is a really important topic because this is something that when I'm doing a birth injury investigation, I have to keep in mind that these elements have to be proven for us to be successful. And so I've talked about these issues before, but I just want to make sure that this is something that you have a firm grasp on. In Maryland, to be able to prove these cases and to be successful, there are four basic elements that go to the issue of negligence, and that is duty, breach of duty, causation, and damages. So those are the big ones. But also within that, we also have to show with medical malpractice or birth injury types of cases, we have to show that the treating doctors, the medical professionals, that they fell below the standard of care, which is what excuse me, which is what caused the injury or the harm. So you've got to deal with that standard of care issue, and that departure from the standard of care is what has to have caused your baby's brain injury. And in this context, it would be an HIE, hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy injury. And to do that, there's a lot of things that we are looking at to be able to have an idea as to what happened. So we're going to be looking at the medical records, mom's records, baby's records. We're also going to take a look at the electronic fetal heart monitor and the strips. Those strips are really important because what they do is they help doctors or nurses know in real time how well your baby is tolerating that vaginal delivery. And so we're going to be looking at heart rate. What was your baby's heart rate? Normally, it's going to be within about 120 to 160 beats per minute. Was bradycardia present? Was tachycardia present? Was there minimal variability? Late decelerations? What about mom's contraction patterns? We're looking at all of those things. In addition to that, we're going to take a look at APGAR scores. What was the baby's APGAR scores when your baby was delivered? And was the NICU involved? Was there discoloration? Did the baby have to be resuscitated? Hypothermia, cooling, did that play a role? So all of these things and more will go into our analysis and help us be able to understand whether there may have been medical malpractice which caused your baby's HIE or the brain injury. Now, one more thing. You got to understand that if there was something else that caused the injury, then of course the defense, the lawyers that are going to be defending the hospital or the nurses, they're going to be looking to see was there something else that caused the injury or the harm, genetics, or were there developmental issues. So all of these things come into play when we are trying to determine whether or not that brain injury that your baby suffered, whether that was caused by the hospital or the doctors or the nurses. So I know I talked about a lot today, but this question, like I said, was from an individual in Prince George's County, and this is something that we have to take the time and explain. And I just want to talk with you about this because maybe you're watching this video today because maybe you are in Prince George's County or Montgomery County or Baltimore City or any county in Maryland, and your baby has suffered a brain injury at birth and you have questions. If you have all of that going on, what I invite you to do, there's a telephone number down below. Go ahead and pick up the phone and call me. I speak with families like yours all the time about these issues. This is what we do. HIE, hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, CP, cerebral palsy, MAS issues. This is what we do. One more thing. I practice law here, as you heard, here in the state of Maryland, but because this video is on the internet, I do have individuals from time to time who will contact us and they're not in Maryland. So if that is you and you contact me, just understand that we have to use local counsel or co-counsel. In other words, an attorney in your state, and that's something that we can try to work with you or help you with. But I just want to make sure that you understand that local counsel or co-counsel aspect of things. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys practicing law here in the state of Maryland at Boston Law Group LLC. And we'll see you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.